that you found it. It's very good. Guys, that's right. We are about to do a very, very hard and that is application publishing, and this is why we install these environments. This is why we are working in Citrix. Now, in this, we need to know what roles are sitting on which server. Just remember that this DNS. I keep on calling this again, guys. The reason is repetition. I want this whole environment. Is all there. So PC is always there. I would recommend when you have a work, spend just 5 minutes to create a diagram of the work. So this one, first step, the first step is for them to finish. And on the same server, I have Citrix license, and this one is my DNS server. This is also my DNS server, and this one is my Citrix receiver. Citrix receiver. Now starting with anyone company that you know getting on this. It has a web interface. Next one, web interface. Next one, anyone company that you know is sitting on this. So it is a web interface. Session mode. Next one. Next one. Session mode is here. That session controller is also here. So, yes, dynamic info, very good. Now, on this one, we installed a web interface on this as well. Basically, this is actually part of so first of all, they're part of a loan, and then they're part of a group, then inside a worker group. Very, very important. host cannot controller cannot you won't have. This is your zone. These NF servers are already either this or this. It cannot be a session controller and session host, or it can only be a session host. Controller is actually this is session controller. And user need to access any application, so they need to access what application. So they first look for ZDC, and ZDC will see which server has less load. So basically, it's doing a load balancing. ZDC is also doing helping in authentication. So it's only holding this load. That's fine. Okay. Um, any environment, guys, they would not use just for this reason to manage application in Citrix. But in order to publish application, you must have a very good understanding of the infrastructure. This is why we spent 5 days on at the infrastructure. And now we are today will be working with applications. Now, apart from all this, again, go through the notes again. But this how to bring in applications in these. So we're going to install applications here, we're going to install applications here, they'll be published, and the user sitting so today we're starting with application publishing. Application publishing. Now, application publishing. What is application publishing, guys? From the very first day, we are it provides application virtualization. And when you have application virtualization, what we do is, guys, there are many ways to work with the application, and we need to understand that from the base level. Why application? Why Citrix? And why do we do that? Okay, so let's take an example. Application. An application in MS Word is small or okay. So you have an application. Have an Word is part of Office. If you don't have Office, all you can actually move that that are used to compress files and folders inside a computer. So it's the application by itself. If I can show you this application is basically this application is basically here. You can say WinRAR, and WinRAR is in this application. So actually here you can download all these the main file for the application, but basically WinRAR is this application. The main purpose is to compress. So for the people who are completely now, in order to deploy this application on one or two computers, it's not an issue. All you need to do, download this application. This is WinRAR. Downloaded it, and now, so one way of doing it, I can email it to you, or I would ask you to go and download and install it. So take the application, install. Guys, in doing this, you must have people who are technical enough to comes in. So in order to install these applications, there are two ways. Application installation, or I would say application deployment. Application deployment can be done in two ways. One is manual, one is automatic. Automatic. Manual way is very simple. Download it. So manual way is done in this manner. So all you need to do manually, first of all, you download and download and run the setup. And work with that. And this is manual way of doing it. But guys, manually everybody has automatically there are two things here. So automatically it can be done in two manners. It can be done in two manners. You can automatically can so first of all in automatic these are the steps. Automatically this is the step. Step number one, download. Number two, package it, package the application. And number two, install on the left server. Number two, package. And number four, package. Number four, publish. Number five, user. to Citrix. In Citrix, in both cases, you have to download and install. So in both cases, here manually you have to download and install on all the computers. But in the automatic case, you don't have to do this. All you need to do download and install once on a Citrix server. Installation. As soon as it is installed, so in Citrix case, this is how it works. So in Citrix case, this is how it works. So I have let's say 4 ZNAP servers here. How many? 4 ZNAP servers. I have 4 ZNAP servers. One of them is ZDC and this one is ZDC. And all others are normal ZNAP servers. All I need to do, download this application on one of the ZNAP servers. Not on a web interface, not on a licensing server because they cannot host application. Web interface cannot host application. It can only show you hosted applications, we must remember. Licensing server cannot host application. Licensing server can only provide licenses. But basically, these servers, you need to publish application. But publishing needs to be done in these steps. So first of all, you download it, bring it to the ZNAP server. In a ZNAP server, second one is package the application. First we download it, and then we install it. So this is the second step. Without installing, you cannot package it. So first you download it and then install that application on this machine. So once it is installed, so let's say this was the application you downloaded. This is the application we downloaded. First this is downloaded. Once you install it, then it becomes this application. So now you're not working with the installable copy. You're working with installed copy. And then this third one is package the application. So we go into Citrix and we start packaging this application. So packaging means you package it. So this application is now packaged, and the third thing is just publish it. So now it is packaged inside, and now it is published. As soon as it is published, it will be available on web interface. It will be available from Citrix online receiver from the services side. So it will be available in both places. So guys, how many steps? So these are general steps. So how many steps? Number one, download the application. Second one, install it on ZNAP server. So it is very important to install it on a ZNAP server, not anywhere else. For example, you download and install on licensing server. Can you publish it? No, you cannot. It must be on another. So you download it, install it, it is installed, then package it, and then publish it. That's 4 things we need to do. So this is very basics of application publishing. Now in this, we need to remember that in ZNAP, application is never installed on a client. So we must remember once the application is packaged. So this is my server. This is my ZNAP server. This is my ZNAP server. Now on this server, we downloaded that application. An application was first. It was called WinRAR application, and then it was packaged. It was packaged. To remember, application will never be installed on a client machine. It's very, very important. So now this is your network, and here you have Windows 7 machine, and here you have another Windows 7 machine. So if there are people sitting here, and they need this application on this, in whatever shape or form, if this person needs to use this packaged application, this application will be given to you in the form of a buffer. So we call it a buffer. So this is the call. They use the application, and then once they're done, application will be returned back. We already know this. So in Citrix, unlike XCM, we do the same thing. So we you download it, you install that application on SCCM server. So in SCCM, download it, install it, but SCCM will completely install their application in this, so that user doesn't have to go back server again and again. So in SCCM, application is completely installed. Application is never installed. Application is just given to the user to use and then take it out. If I use it, we call this. So this is what we understand. One is called hosted applications, the other one is called streamed applications. So one is known as hosted, the other one is known as hosted applications. Under hosted and which one is? No, they say like stream if possible or no. Yeah, we're gonna check that out every time. Yeah. So let's understand. Guys, so there are two types of application publishing. Now, Citrix main function is to publish the application. Guys, what is publish in real life? Application needs to be published there. You you downloaded that application, installed it, then if you don't publish it, it means that now it is ready to be given. So the application publishing is of two types. There is hosted application and there is streamed application. Let's understand it. So guys, hosted application, first of all, streamed application. Or first of all, hosted application. Guys, this way, when users access the application, this is known as their accessing a hosted application. This way, when the user is accessing application, as hosted application. Now, what is the big difference? The big difference is that when the user uses a hosted, I would call it HA, hosted application, user will use CPU and RAM of the server. So CPU and RAM of the server. So it has a CPU, it has a RAM. When they are using Word, when they are using WinZip or any application, in order to use this, they are using resources of the server. In hosted application, it is hosted here, so you are using it from the host. Given to this guy, when Rod, given to this guy, which is application, using the application from here, and in this case, server is not responsible for this. In this case, this point, the CPU and mouse of is done differently. Streaming. Application, this is called as hosted application. In hosted application, you can remember hosted and streamed. Here, hosted application, client uses server resources. Client uses server resources, meaning CPU and RAM of server of data server. Space both can be used. You can use your own space or you can use that to store information. No, it's not about that. So, CPU and RAM of data server is used. In the application, your client's resources are used when they use the application. So, when yes, this is why they put three. Now that video, it's a good example, and that is using your own resources. You can create both type of applications. If you in your environment application, if they are not strong as clients, and maybe there are some can say, okay, I don't care what resources they have, they can use server use. In this case, hosted application, your server has to be very, very strong. In streamed application, you can use. No, 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 no. Let's say, working, network bandwidth. Once this application, the bubble, call it a bubble, bubble is given to this server. Now, this application will be cached here. It is now this side. So basically, if it is disconnected, they still be keep on using the application. This is called offline plugging. So they are not connected to the network. They must be connected in order to get the application. As soon as this machine is restarted, as long as they are as soon as you're disconnected, it's gone. Yes, after using it, it won't. So one thing is common in both cases, application will never be installed on these machines. So the only difference is yes, it is using your resources, hosted, it's using server resources. That's not. Both are cached and they're used and they're not installed. So it's a very important difference that you need to remember. It will never be installed on it. So they will it will be so this bubble that we're talking about, this bubble is application ready bubble. So it is installed application. So it's all here, it's ready, given to created document and given back. In both places. So guys, a very important concept that can come in your mind. Working with a word application, can you see the document on this, or the documents will be saved in both places? You can save it here, or you can save it here as well. Why is it called no, it gives you everything. So once if you open Notepad and you say save, it gives you the C and D drive of the server and also your own drive as well. By default, it shows you the C. Okay, okay, yes. Yes. Oh, the file. Yes, the file. Yes. So for now it's open. For now it's open, but later on we're gonna close it, and then we're going to use remote profiles so that user can save in their own folder. So it will be their roaming profile. Okay. So guys, application publishing. Yes. Okay. So let's say file will be there. File will be there, but as soon as the person double clicks here on the file, try to connect services. Remember, automatically without logging into a web interface, you can already see the all applications in your start menu. So what happens as soon as you open the document, you try to make the connection to the web server and the document available here, yes, document will be available. But the application will be there. Yes. Yes. It will be there. Yes, as long as they have the access and they are connected to the network. Without connection, you can't open it. Yes, but if you already have a session and it's an online session and you never closed it, then you keep on using it. Has to be at least one connection, guys. It's recommended, it depends on environment. So guys, before we go on this, I want to show you the applications in. So let's log into our Zen app server. Yes. So let's go on to our Zen app server and let's open App Center. Let's open App Center, and guys, before we go on, I want you to see the Citrix receiver is working and you're able to open Notepad on your client. So everybody take 5 minutes and go to client machine as well and open, make sure that Citrix receiver is working. How do you make sure? Open applications on Citrix on client before we start publishing any application. So just make sure. If it is not working, then try restarting, try to see that why is it not working. I'll be back. Sorry, guys. Okay, so if I am in ZenF, everyone, if I'm in ZenF, first of all, we need to know how to read this screen. So we have ZenF server here, and App Center is the main application. So you open App Center and then go down onto a farm. First of all, make sure how many servers do you have. I have 2 servers here. Zone is not that important at the moment, but zone, we know that zone is a physical boundary. And then you have worker groups, then you have other things, then you have policies. We're going to do this. But our main arena of work today is applications. So within applications, here you would see many applications being hosted. Now, when the application is hosted or streamed, you won't find a difference here because here you would see all of those applications. And then while we install that application, then we'll see that if they are hosted or not. So if your ZenApp environment is working, and this thing that needs to be downloaded, client machine. Let's make sure that from client machine it is working. So here I'm going to log into my client. What do you mean? Huh? How do you know it's not working? That you don't see the application, then start all programs? Huh? If you're not, then you're not logging in. Maybe you have a user issue. Maybe you have no, logging into a Zenap server. It's not automatically logging in. So guys, here all I want to do is, in the last lecture we did apply the we did apply the services site. So if your services site is there, you should be able to see in all programs the Citrix application. So I have only one application that I saw, and the difference that you see, guys, you right click on that application just to see if it is from Citrix or if it is local. Now let me show you first local application. So this one, these are local application. If I go to local application, this shows me that this program is sitting in C drive program file. So this is, I mean, let me make it bigger. So here you see this application, when you see it, it is from a Citrix farm. So if you see that, if you see here and go to all programs and right click on notepad and then go to properties, and here it shows you that it is from Citrix farm. Here it's saying Canop's farm. So which means, guys, if you can see this application, it means your Citrix receiver automatically logged into the Zenap server and it downloaded all the applications. Now this is a big difference between, we already know there is a difference between a web interface and the session services. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the real test now. The real test is if that application works or not. Okay, I'm able to see the application, but does it work? So here I'll go to this application and open it. So now while this is doing this, it is basically creating a session. So it goes in the background, it goes to ZTC and everywhere, and here it says that it is opening a session. So it did everything that we already know. So Citrix, it's open. Now guys, let's see if I create any file, where would it store? So here I'm going to say this is my first Citrix document. This is my first Citrix document, and you go to File and you go to Save As, and here as you can see, guys, this says. So first of all, let's look at this. Guys, here when you go to save, it shows you the C drive. Two types of C drive. There is a local C drive. There is a local D drive, and then there is a C drive and D drive. This is from the Zenap server. So the documents that it is showing you, it is from Zenap server. Let's see where it is storing. So I'm going to name it. We can save it in a redirection field. This was a question in exam. Yeah, redirection. We can do it. So here, first file. So let's save it. And let's see where is it stored. So I'm going to leave it open. This is called open session. So as long as this notepad is open, you have a session open with Zenap server. No, so first time when you click save, it will ask you for the name. Next time, it won't ask you that. So let me go into the local computer and see in documents. I don't see it here. But basically, if I go to the Zenap server, and within a Zenap server, if I go to documents, I can see that file. Did I call it exam? Oh yes, it is just asking that this program, this external program is trying to save something on your local drive. So you can allow this. Okay. So maybe it's not here. Let me check this other server. Because guys, we have both servers this application is published on. But before that, let's see where is the user connected. So how do we see that how many users are connected? So in the same Zenap center, you can go to Notepad and then you can go to connected user. It says that there is 2 sessions open for this. So there is one session, no, sorry, there is one session open for this. The session ID is 2 and it is from this computer. So on a ZenApp server, you can see that how many sessions are open and who opened those sessions. So this is opened on this. So here I can see this is opened on this, and here this application is available on both of the servers. Configured user is this, and what can we do with this session? So here information is here, session information is this. Okay, so let's say the user is connected and you want to reset the connection. If you reset the connection, then it means you would reset the connection. These sessions. So I'm sitting here, I'm saying, okay, disconnect. So as soon as we say disconnect, now it is disconnected. Let's go back to this, and I can see the session is disconnected. So let me open a session again. So I'll go back here and then open the session again. So it is reopening the session, and let's go back to Citrix. Here I would see that in few moments it will be connected again. So here it is. So it's still opening. It is still trying to open that session. And sometimes, guys, what happens is sometimes it's not able to open the session again. In that case, you need to completely kill that session. So I opened it from the same computer, from the same Windows 7 computer, and I went to all programs, just clicked here. Just clicked on that application, yes. Yes. No, because so it goes with its own numbering. It goes with its own. Maybe the previous ID that we created, it was session ID 1, and this is number 2. Yes, it picks. No, it's not. No, it's not a random number. It's not a random number. It's a continuation from the previous number. Are you sure that you never opened it? Okay, so in that case, I have to find out why is it session 2. But I'm sure as soon as you create more session, it would give different. It's 3 and 4 and. Yes, it will populate the list of all the sessions. So how do you kill it? How do you kill it? You just go back to this session here and just say log off. So now it is completely killed. All sessions are killed for this. So I'm on App Center, and here I can see now in connected users I have nothing here. So right click on, if you see anything under this, right click and say log off. So it will completely log that user off. And then what I'll do is I'll go back to the session, and right here I'll open another session. So it is open now, and I'll go back here, refresh, so I can see session ID 3. It is the third time it is connecting. Now in here, what you can do, and it's an active session, you can disconnect, you can send a message to that user. So let me send a message to this user. So what type of message we're saying? That please save your work. Save your work. We need to restart ZenApp services. So you can send a message. You can send a message to the user, and as soon as you click OK, where the session, wherever the session is, they all will receive work in next 15 minutes. You can send messages to all of the sessions within this. It is stored here. Let's see. Again, no. You have to select all of them and then send a message. Or you can send a message. Exactly. Yes. I think it should be on a server. Let's see. Yes, it is right here. So, first file. So, the way you can find out, you can right click on this file and then go to properties and then see this. It is on C drive, users, administrator, .canaps.000 and then documents. And this should be on your XenApp server. So it is on your XenApp server. Let's check that out. Yes, whatever profile it is. Yes. No, it won't. By default, it saves on a server, but we can do a folder redirection. We can use a policy on this for folder redirection, so it can be redirected on all users. Yes, save as, then you can save it on a client as well. You can save it manually. But by default, it is giving you server's location. So guys, here, everyone. So, guys, what's happening here is, this is the file that is saved. There is 1.1. But it saves the file on Citrix server. So why does it save the file? Because ZDC automatically this user to this server. And you can see the session on both of them. Then you save this. This is why LHX, the XenApp server 1, it was not there. But on XenApp server 2, it is there in documents. It is on 1. So it's a random. ZDC will automatically open the session on any one of them. Okay, so here. So first of all, where does it save? It is saved here. And yes. Yes, if you don't do a folder redirection, and later on we're going to do that policy and control that. So we're going to say wherever user is logged in, it should be saved over there. For now, it is just randomly saving it in my document, one of the servers. Now the second thing is, once you have a session open, guys, the second thing is, once you have the session open, you need to, first of all, open the session, and then now you need to control the session. Let's say, sometimes in Citrix what happens when the session is open, what happens, user can't do anything. Now, session so then the application is open. You can control this session from XenApp server. How do you control it? You can go back to Citrix server, and from Citrix server you can go back to the application, that particular application, and then go to connected users. So within the connected user, you would see all the sessions that are open. Now I have one session open from this, and now I'm going to open a second session from the server itself. So on the second server, I'll go here. First of all, I'll see that if it is available. So basically the Citrix client, we never installed the Citrix client on this one, and we never set that up. So here, guys, in this, so the servers, there, you never set up the server side, they won't automatically get the application. But in this server number 2, I don't see it. How do you set up a services site? Anybody? How do you set up a services site on a client machine? From preferences. And what do I need to do in preferences? Yes, so I'll open preferences and then on the online plugin, right click and change server. So you need to give that complete URL so that it can automatically go and connect over there. So while this is happening, for now, I'll just connect to the web interface. So for now it is open. I'll just right click on this, and before log on, I'll change the server. So you right click on the online plugin, just change server, and here now you need to provide that URL. Now I have two ways. I can go to the client machine, and then from here I can take that URL. So I'll go here, and I'll go here. I'll go to change server. Okay, it's open here, and then I'm going to copy this, put it here. Update, and then once if it takes few moments, and then we can say refresh applications. Before it was just saying log on, and now it's saying refresh application. Now in few moments it would create these applications here. Actually, I already see this application. So now I can see all the applications. Now I'm opening another notepad session. As soon as this is open, I should be able to see two sessions under there. So for the same application, now there are two users to be created, one from the once it connects. Element not found. Okay, it's open now. Maybe it's just a temporary error message. So I think it's the first time it is launching this, so it's taking some time. In the meantime, let's cover some basics on this. So far what we did, we have our now guys, in creating this simple application, let's understand this. So first of all, we saw that in application publishing, there are two types of application. There is hosted application and there is streamed application. Hosted application is where application will be given as a bubble. So in both cases, it will be given temporarily. But in this case, streamed, the CPU and RAM will be used from this machine, and here they'll be using the CPU and RAM of this. Now here, now we need to understand, so based on this quick introduction, not policies, I need the... Okay, publishing application. Now, publishing application based on this understanding, that application. Now, when you create application, can publish resource phases. So what we can do, we can create application in two different phases. One is basic phase of application and the other one is advanced phase of information. Guys, what are these phases for? These phases is because I need to publish one application. I downloaded WinRAR, I installed it, now I am publishing it. And package it, and now when you're trying to publish it, when you're trying to open it for the public, then it needs to go through two phases. So these two phases, actually this is the wizard that runs. So these two phases, so just for you to remember, here saying name of the, you need to provide the name of the application, then you need to identify the resource to be published, then you need to specify resource to be located, where is it located, and I'm going to show you where this is. So these two phases are just here. This is just too much theory, but these two phases, let's jump to our DNF server. And on Citrix server, just right click on any application. Just right click on application and say publish application. Just say publish application. Now once you say publish application, this is what it was talking about. So where are you right clicking? No, not on application. You need to, so publish means you need to create a new application. So here, so this is the basic phase. Now what is in the basic phase? Basic phase is saying, okay, welcome and start publishing an application. Next one, what is the name of the application that you want to publish? So in this case, since we are not going through these applications, we'll say that I need to publish a word pad. Everyone write a word pad. Just say a word pad. Just say the word, a word pad. So I need to publish my application name is WordPad. And then you click next. Here it is saying, okay, so what type of application is this? Is this a server desktop? Is this a content? Or is this an application? So in this case, it is an application. And I'm going to write these words. So this is publish type. Type. Now in publish type says, there is a server desktop. We can publish a server desktop. Number 2, content. Number 3, application. Number 3, application. Now, server desktop. Server desktop. And then what is content? Guys, these are 3 types of applications we can publish from ZNAP server. So here we can, now this is purely an application. An application is an application when you downloaded something, when it is a real application. So basically for now, WordPad is an application that people open and create documents in it. So this will be an application. Now since we are on the screen, first of all, what is a server desktop? Is server desktop an application? No. Server desktop is not an application. Guys, server desktop is actually for trying to publish the desktop of your ZNAP server. You're trying to publish the desktop of your ZNAP server. So this is ZNAP server desktop. You're trying to publish a complete ZNAP server desktop. Now, what is a ZNAP server? Desktop is that if you publish this, then users, when they see it, they will be able to see the start button on your ZNAP desktops. And whatever you have on your ZNAP desktop, they will be able to see that desktop. So it is the desktop of a ZNAP server. Now your question is, what is the need of publishing a ZNAP server desktop? Guys, the need is sometimes there are some old clients. Let's say you wanted to publish an application, a very old application, maybe a very old accounting application. So this is, let's say this application is old accounting application. And this old accounting application let's say on this machine. on a machine that has that has XP on it, that has XP Professional on it. XP is an older operating system. Nowadays, you won't find it. Nowadays, you won't find it. Oh, so in this case, what you will do is you would download that application here. You will install that application here, and this application will be published only on this machine. Now, what happens is that since this application can only work in this case, you can publish this desktop to all of the users. You can say that since this particular application, I cannot give it to you in your machine. And I'm saying not all applications, only some specific applications. So maybe an application that is old and it cannot work on these, and it can only work on a special computer. So you can publish the desktop of that machine. So next time if somebody needs to use that accounting application, they would go to ZenApp and click on that server desktop, and instead of application opening, they would see a complete desktop in front of them, and then they can use the application. They can run directly from there, but in this case, in our case, what is a desktop? Desktop is this. The desktop is this open information. Since this application was not able to be application was given to you and it's working. This application cannot be given to you because this application would work on your machine. So in this case, you can think of you are actually publishing a server desktop can be published. Yes. Yes, we are denying that statement only in some rare cases. Because you have to be flexible, right? So in this case, this is why I keep on repeating one word. And that one word is, in very rare cases, some applications, you cannot publish them. Because maybe why you cannot publish them? Maybe they are poorly written. Maybe they are very small hospitals. Maybe some local developer made it and the hospital is saying, oh, you must give it to our users. So, and here you're talking about professional applications. So you can find in the environment many different type of applications, right? So this is why I'm saying in some rare cases their applications cannot be published. So in that case, you have to publish the complete server desktop. And your concern is 100% that if Citrix is able, it should provide all types of application. Yes, guys, Citrix can provide all types of application, but if Citrix can't do anything if the application is poorly written. So maybe this application is only single user application, it's not only a multi-user application. So even in that case, you cannot publish that application. So guys, since the introduction of when you go to, there might be some applications that doesn't meet the requirement of Citrix. In that case, don't worry. We are going to install that application on a server and we'll give you the desktop temporarily. And even in that, this desktop is just given to you temporarily. This desktop is given to you. Once you're done, you'll get that desktop back. So yes, so this raises another question. But before that question, do we understand server desktop sharing? You are only sharing the server desktop because that application cannot be given to the users. So then it raises another question. Then or all virtualization has another technology that is known as virtual desktop interface, VDI. VDI. Then why can't they use VDI? Guys, VDI has an infrastructure of its own. What is the main purpose of VDI? VDI's main purpose is this. VDI has a server, then desktop, and it was create small little many clients. Let's say 2,000 client machines in this. And then you will give it to your user, whoever owns that card. So this client is for this guy, this is for this guy, this is for this guy. So this is actually giving you a complete infrastructure of the desktop. If this desktop is your desktop, you can do everything. You have your personal files, your company files, everything is here. So this one is a complete infrastructure. This is just you're borrowing the desktop to use this application. This desktop is not given to you. You're just sharing that desktop, use application, and give it back. So there is a big difference between VDI and just this. This is a very small part. This is, you're just sharing the desktop. I'm just saying, okay, take the desktop. And in this case, in VDI case, this is a complete infrastructure. This machine belongs to user number one. And he can do everything on this machine. And every day when he logs in, he's logging into this. So that's why VDI and this is not compared. Now, so first one is server desktop. We'll come back to this later, but for now we need to have that understanding. This is used when applications cannot be published as applications. The second one is content. Content is when you need to share links. So there will be file. Repeat question, please. Sorry. So if there is a file that cannot be published, okay? Okay, a legacy software, which is this one, okay, and? Okay, you're saying, are there any files that cannot be published? I would say you won't find them on normal professional applications, but the example of this application could be an old hospital application. Oh, is there any certain file? It's the same executable file. So once we create a package of WinZip, you will see which file is that. Okay, so guys, here, second one is content. And content is if you need to publish links, web links. So this is content includes web links or URLs. Content include files. You just want to share a file, not an application. You just want to share folders. You just want to share documents. So this is content sharing. You want to share some specific URL with your complete company. So we can select content. And where is this option? This option is when you're publishing something. So this option. So if you go with this option, it's saying, okay, I need you can publish those links here. Maybe you can publish your web interface here as well. So here, so this is to publish just web links, URLs, or files, or folders, or documents. And we're going to come back to this. And the third one is application. Application is when you have a complete application to be published. So this is the most common one that we use everywhere. But we're going to try this others as well. So guys, application, this is to publish installed applications. And the word installed application, the application must be installed on a XenF server. Otherwise, it cannot be published. So this is installed application. This is just content. I just want to share a URL with everyone. For example, in this case, you wanted to share, let's say, google.com to everyone. So as soon as they go to the web interface, on the website, they would see a link to google.com. From there, now google.com is easier to remember for everyone. But guys, this is just an example. Maybe your company wants to share that anybody who needs to go to a HR website, they can go to Canucks HR. So you would share this, they would see this link and they can connect to this. Yes, on the web browser and also in your applications as well, whatever is published. So let's guys continue with it. And under applications, there are few options here. Number one, access from a server. Now, if you select this option, the first option, it means you're making a hosted application. So this is where it's a difference of streamed application or hosted application. If you leave the default, this is what you did when you did Notepad. You just left the default, and that's why Notepad is a hosted application. But if you select the second one, this is where you're creating a streamed application. This is yes. So for one thing, your main difference is here. Sources will be used on the server. Streams is of two types. One type is streamed. One type is streamed to a server, or second one is streamed to a client. So streamed to a server or streamed to a client. Now streamed to a server and streamed to a client will do this when we stream an application. Now in order to stream an application, guys, there is another wizard that you need to have. For now, you must create a package profile and then stream it. Yes. No. Yes. So for that, I'm gonna tell you the difference when we. Streaming profiler. So this is what I'm saying. That is known as streaming profiler. Users are taking the application from here, but it's different. It's not the same thing. So when you need to stream any application, first we need to make a profile of that application using streaming profiler. Once that profile is made, then we can host it anywhere. So this is what I'm saying. I'm going to do it after once we're done with hosted application. So guys, let's host an application. So now do we know where can we make a hosted application or streaming application? It is right in the application type. So in application type, it will be a hosted application. Now in this, I'm not selecting anything else, so we'll go next. It is saying no, okay, so where is the location of this application? Now the location of this application, you must know the location of this application. Now guys, WordPad, mostly it exists in your Windows folder. If you don't know the location of your application, what you can do is, you can always go and search it. For example, I'm going to say WordPad, and then I can see this application right here. And then what I can do, I can right click on this file, I can go to properties, and from here I can copy this complete path. So right in target, this is the path of this file. So I can copy this path, and then put it here in the command line right here. So now this is the complete path. One more time. So any file that you need to publish, you need to know its original location. So what you can do is, you can go to start, and then you can search. Let's say this time I want to search for Notepad. So I can say Notepad. As soon as you see the Notepad, you can right click on that Notepad, and then you go into properties, and here this is the original location of Notepad. So you must know the path, but for these applications, they work without a path. Yes. So for now, I can see only one path for this. That will exactly work the same way. It will exactly work the same way, but it will be slower than 64-bit. Yes, it's obvious, right? So whatever you select, whatever you give it, whatever path you use here, that path will be selected. But for now, I can only see 64-bit. It doesn't give me 32-bit, right? You don't have a 32-bit word pad here. Okay, so yeah, so your question is valid. Yes, it can publish. If you publish 32-bit, it will be slower than 64-bit. That's the only thing. Now here, guys. Now, so everyone got the path. You get the path. So everyone got the path, and you click next. So okay, hold on. So this is your path, and you also need to provide a working directory. You also need to provide, guys, your working directory is this directory. So your working directory is where the file is. Hmm? What? What is it? What? Yes, it's fine. It's fine. It will be the same thing, but it will be slower. It will work everywhere. Okay, no, you can use that. Whatever you're getting, just use that. Okay, guys, here. Working directory is the working directory. So this is the working directory of this file. Because the first one is a command line. It's a command line. Yes, you're right. But here, since it is asked, we need to enter it. So the next very important part is how many servers so it will be published on. So be careful with that. No, no, not yet, not yet. Okay, guys, here the next important question is that from how many servers it should be accessed. For example, you're saying now this is a very important place, guys. In this case, I'm going to add both of them. So I'm going to go to servers and I'm going to select both servers here, add all and next and here. So I have both servers here. Yes. Let's understand. understand? Okay, fine. So this machine already have WordPad, and this machine also has WordPad. So you don't need to worry about how this application is not on all servers. And then you download and install it only on this. So I installed WinRAR application only on this. Available on this. Is available here. It's these steps. You downloaded it, you installed it, now you're packaging. You only need point of adding this one in this. VC to see do not add this. What we'll do when we download this raw, we're going to do this procedure on both of the servers. We're going to download it here, install it here, and download it here, install it here, and then no, just one place. So that's another very good question. To publish it two times? No. Make sure this application is installed exactly in the same path. You might have installed it on C drive here, but you are installing on this on D drive. Then make sure that if it is installed on C drive, it should be installed on C drive here. Any application, it remember here. So guys, here, when you publish applications, when you create a new application, it asks you these questions. Either it is a server. Mostly, this is not used in many environments. Instead of this, people use VDI in the environment. So you won't find this in many places. But if this is required, if somebody says, oh, I have an application that cannot be installed on anywhere, what can you do with this? So in that case, you can use server desktop sharing. You can do this. If it is just a web link that you need to publish. Then you can use content, and it's the easiest publishing. And if the applications are of two types publishing, it can be hosted or it can be streamed. And hosted application uses their own server's resources, whereas streamed application uses their client resources. And just one more thing to add, in order to make streamed applications, in order to make streamed application, we can say to make apps, we use streaming profiler. We use streaming profiler. So once we finish with hosted application, then we'll go on to this and use streaming profiler. It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. Yes. UNC bar? No. Streamed use UNC bar. Oh, they all are installed in the same manner. Yeah. Not really. I confuse you. Okay, no, hold on. Hosted use local path. Content use URL. Okay. Content use HTTP link. So here, and once we make them, it will be more clear. So guys, here application. Application is right here. So application to publish the application, we use this. And then right here in the screen, now we know what is meant by server. So this area is servers. So we must remember these few points about servers. Then there's servers under application. So under servers, application, number one, make sure application is installed on all DNF servers that are configured for that application. So which means if application is not on a certain DNF server, do not add it for the application. You need to make sure that ZNAP application should be on the ZNAP server that you are trying to access, you're trying to add to the ZNAP. So make sure application is installed on all ZNAP servers that are configured for that application. So one is this. Secondly, make sure application is installed on the same path on all ZNAP servers. On all ZNAP servers. So this is server type. Next one, who can have access to the application? Who can have? What is the meaning of anonymous? Who can access? So mostly you will add everyone. For administrator, in users you can say can say authentication, anybody can use it. So in our case, we are going to add administrator. Everybody is on this stage? Huh? Uh-huh. Which one? Here? Yes, this one is, it will, first one will take from the domain, the second one will just take from the local machine. So first one, so just add administrator guys. In this, add administrator. What happens? One is enough for now. Okay, once user is added, everyone. Okay guys, next one. Next one is this. See, it was a good break. So guys, it was a good break. So here, guys, this next screen. This screen is saying number one, if you want to change the icon for this, for example, you want to customize icon. So in this case, you can change that icon. So you can say, okay, I don't want the default icon for this because default. Why would you need to change it? Because most of the time, when it is exactly the same icon, you cannot distinguish. Oh, is this from Citrix or is this local? So for that reason, we are going to change this. So let's change. Okay, let's change this one, or whatever you like. Shield is okay. So let's create this icon so that we can know that this is from Citrix. And then next one is, guys, if you need, let's say you can say this is Citrix. So for now it was going directly under all programs, then now it will go inside. It will create a folder called Citrix, and inside Citrix it will go. Then it will create in that. So what we can do, we can I think create another folder called application. So we can say application. Yes, Citrix/application. And then if you need to add it to the start menu, you can put it here. You can put it here as well in the start menu. And if you want to add a shortcut to the desktop. So for now, don't select the start menu, but select the shortcut to a desktop. So shortcut to a desktop, and then name of the application folder. Just name it. And now once this is done, you click OK. Guys, initially, if you want to leave it disabled, you can leave application disabled. But the question is, why would you need to leave it disabled? Guys, sometimes we just need to test that application on some clients, and we don't want to publish it for your complete company. So in the beginning, you leave it disabled, and then make sure that everything is proper, then you enable it. So for now, we're not disabling it. We'll just keep it enabled here, and then configure advanced settings. So if you need to now configure advanced settings, guys, remember the slide? So in this slide, it was saying it has that box, and right after you check it, you would see the advanced phase here. So this is now advanced phase. So now you can leave it unchecked, or you can check the advanced. You can also do that at the end as well. You can also do that once it is published. Now within this, for now we'll leave it as is. We're not making any changes to advanced, and then we'll finish it. Once it is all finished, now I can see a new application here, which is a WordPad. Now this WordPad, in order to test this application, first of all, let's see the information. It is a WordPad. It is installed application. It has a user explicit permissions. It is not encrypted. The name of the application is this. Pre-launch is not selected for this. Guys, there is something called pre-launch. So we do understand that there can be smaller application and larger application. There can be smaller or larger. Guys, smaller application would open. As soon as you click on the session, it's taken. Remember that page and it ends up all volumn. If you can relaunch for any application, or not open it. Directly open relaunch. It relaunch as soon as the user logs in. Pre-launching application. So for now, pre-launch is set to no. But if you ever need to create a pre-launch, how do you create it? Guys, all you need to do is you right-click on that application, and here it says, oh sorry, I think on application. On other task, is it there? Yes, it is here. Okay, thank you. So you just a pre-launch for this. We're not creating a pre-launch at the moment. We're just keeping it simple, but pre-launch is this. No, no, it's not always better because then you'll be having many sessions open without people using it. So, and the resources will be used because basically you're using server resources. So this is only used for some specific applications that are more frequently used by everyone. So for now, here you have this. Now guys, let's go to a client machine and check this application. So here, do I see that application here now? I don't see that application. So which means all I need to do is you just go to your Citrix client, and here it says here actually in here you can say refresh application. It's not showing even after this. It is showing me here. What? No, no. So web interface, once it is ready, it will start showing everything that you publish. So you don't have to do any web settings. You don't have to do any session settings. So where are you confused? You're talking about Citrix website? You're talking about this. Hold on. You're talking about this. If I open this here, and then if I open this, you're talking about this? You're talking about this? Yes. No, it is. They are already configured. What? Yes, this application will be published everywhere. It will be published on a service. It will be published on web interface. Okay, so your question is, so do you see that or not? Hmm? If you can see it, एंटरप्राइज नहीं होगा यार. सेशन खत्म हो जाता है. आते हैं मैसेज. आपके जीपीओ उधर चेक करें वो Guys here. Okay, then okay, guys, everyone. Last time the other group they bought. They buy the premium file uh, it is less than 2. So guys, without asking, please give it. Why? Okay, okay. So guys, here let's start with this. So here, guys, I'm seeing a lot of basic issues here in these machines. So but everyone, guys, go to the video again. Don't try to guess anything. This is not a test. Just tab again whenever you get a chance and go through that process again slowly. What happens is if you miss a small little thing here and there, then you won't be able to complete the application. And it starts pointing your way back to where you were. For that reason, guys, this is why the videos are there. Again, now, once you're on the process, you don't have to do the basics again, but you must understand the basics. So let's go through those a few more times. Now, guys, here. So in application, it's done. So you just restarted Citrix server. We reconfigured the website. You excellent, excellent. See everything is in place and then restart the environment if it because sometimes VMware network doesn't is a bottleneck. So for VMware network sometimes you have to restart the switches. But try all so guys, we were talking about application publishing, hosted application, streamed application, and these applications. Guys, now what happened? Uh-huh. Oh, where were you making changes in the past? Which part? Oh, when you create a website? Okay, okay. So what was the change you were doing? ये आइडिया कहाँ से लिया आपने? नहीं वो चेंज नाम करने का आइडिया किधर से लिया? अभी आपने चेंज किया कि डिफॉल्ट रहने दिया? लेकिन मैं वही कह रहा हूँ ना, चेंज करने का आइडिया कहाँ से लिया आपने कि उसको चेंज करना चाहिए? हाँ, नहीं 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 नहीं, वो एक दफा होगा. ओके, दैट्स फाइन, दैट्स फाइन, दैट इज फाइन, दैट्स फाइन. Okay, okay, excellent. So guys, here let's look at this. So I'm gonna open App Center. Everyone, open App Center. Everyone open App Center. Within App Center, now we have two applications here. So we have application Notepad and we have application WordPad. Now right click on application. This time we're gonna publish a content. This time my main goal is, so on this screen, my main goal on this screen. So first of all, let me log in here first. So guys, log into both of the places. Sorry, on your client machine, open web interface as well, and log into web interface and see that if you can see everything that you published so far. So it is logging in, and this time, guys, I want to give a web page to the users so that users can see a web page. Now, their web page can be anything. It could be, so in here, I want to give them just a web page, not an application. So in order to give them a web page or access to a file or anything, we need to publish a content. So right click on your application and here just go publish application. It will start from a publish application. So you would go to App Center. You would go to App Center, guys, look left and right and make sure that everybody is on the same page. So just right click on that application and just go to publish application. And within publish application, first of all you name it. So this time I want to give them just a Google web page. So let's say Google, I'm going to say just Google. It is not necessary that here you need to type the complete link. I'm just giving them a web page, a link to a web page. And here next, in this case, you just start with content. You're just saying, I need to publish a content. Now, once you publish a content, everything is grayed out because it's not about application. It's not about you're hosting it or streaming it. It's just a content. And here, now you need to give a content address. So in this case, content address will be www.google.com. So just a website address. This is just to show you it's a website address. And then you go next. Okay, so yes, so it's not just this, it will be complete URL. So it will be HTTP. It will be HTTP and complete website name. So HTTP :// and just a complete name. So once you do this, and next here we'll just leave it open. So I mean you can leave it, you can open it for users, but here we're going to say allow anonymous access. Everybody who can log into the Citrix, they can see it. And next, if you want to create a shortcut for this, so here we're going to say that put it in the same place. So we're going to say Citrix/application. So we're saying put it on Citrix, and we're not creating a desktop icon, we're just putting it in a folder. So here and next, and enable the application and done. So one this. And guys, let's create a second link. Now I want to create a link for the web interface so that users who need to access Citrix web interface, they can go. So again, go to publish application. Again, one more time. Just right click on application. So I'm doing it again now. I'm doing it again. All you need to do, publish application. Sami, can you see which step? Okay, you're there. Okay. So here, publish application, and next, and here this time I'm just going to say Citrix web interface, so that people doesn't have to remember the link for the web interface. So they can just go from here. Now in this, you just name it Citrix web interface, and right here, in this case, I'm going to say content, and right here, now you need to put that link in, the link that we use to access web interface. So in this case, I'm going to go to one of the clients here, and I'm going to copy that link, the link that we access the web interface for. Remember that link? That link. Now, if you don't have this link here, where can you get it? Guys, you can always get it from here. So, but for that I have to cancel this. Then you can go to, oh sorry, I can get it from actually the web interface right here. Okay, anyways, you can, I need to log into a different account, then I can, all I need is this link. So this web interface link, you need to put it in here, in this, but with HTTP. So you would say HTTP colon and put in that link. That, oh actually, it is taking everything. So this is the link that we need to write here. Now this link is actually, let's do it once this is done. And next, and here put it for anonymous users, not for special users. Done. And here again you can, this time I'm not putting this inside a folder, I'm just putting it outside. Huh? You can give a desktop access as well. And then here, done. Now let's go and check this. So for the web client, we have to kind of re-log in. Okay, let's see. Sometimes refresh doesn't work. Is it working for you, refresh? Oh yes, from receiver. Okay, it might take a few moments here. Huh? Oh yes. Good. Thank you. So here now you have the content, and it appears here as well. So now it is available on content. You have content, and then you have application. Now, guys, let's drill down more into applications now. So this time, first time, we are going to update. We are going to install WinZip application. Guys, let's understand the difference. So, publish application. Guys, everyone, it's a new concept. There are few new concepts here. So, publishing application. Publishing application. Um, so, guys, here, let's understand. Everyone is here. So, the project is the project. This is your project. Project is publish, and zip. Now, publish will run. The published were already present on there. So now this is the application that you need to install it. You need to download it. Application that doesn't exist on this machine, we need to do some extra steps. So this is the application that I need to publish, right? What is that? It doesn't have to install anything. It is already there and you can install it. The steps will be this. Number one, download application WinZip enroll from internet. This is for Windows. Just install that application. Install when or enroll on that application. Right now, this install is a special. This install is a special install. So, there is an additional step that you need to do while installing. You just go first of all here I would say is LF server. Right here you place the server in that install mode. Now install mode. And that command Import the command. So, yes, the install mode. After that, what you need is now install. Is install the. So you have to install one. So, all that. Once the application is installed, place the server. Server is always in execute mode. Always in execute mode. So when you install to install the application for it. Now, in order to do this, begin through the command line. Now, I'm going to show you first from the control panel. Now, all we need to do is, first of all, I need their application. Now, since I have internet on my ZenApp server, let's see if I have internet here. So how do I know if I have internet? I can open Internet Explorer and just check a Google website if I can access Google. Okay, so I have only one NIC card. It means there is no internet. I mean, there are both ways, guys. I can download their application on my host machine and then copy it. Or you can open. So I would say don't add a second network card because it will only make your receiver more complex. So just leave one network card and download their application on your host machine. So on our host machine, we'll download their application. So I'm going to go here so I'll just Google for WinRAR. WinRAR, just Google, open Google, on your host machine, open Google, and just say the word WinRAR. And it will be the first link here. It will be the first link. So you go to the first link, and within the first link, guys, download WinRAR 64-bit. So this is the second one from the top. So just download the WinRAR 64-bit. Once it is downloaded, it will show if it is your Chrome, then it would show it right here. So it is right here showing you. All you need to do, right click on this, show in folder. You need to right click on this. So once it is here, you need to right click on this and show in folder. It will take you to the location and copy this from here. So you copy it and then put it on your ZenApp server. So I'm going to go to my ZenApp server. Go to desktop and I'll put it here. So now I have this link here. I've been so here. So I brought this application right here. Now all I need to do is I need to install it, but I don't want to install. So I can directly install it, guys. But this is not the right way to do it. In Citrix, I have to do it. You need help here? That's fine. Okay, so all I need to do is, so first copy it, take a minute and see everybody is able to see, copy it to the desktop. What is that command? Exactly. You did it? Or you just found it? Okay. So that is change user. Yes. So guys, one way of doing it is this. So, but we must understand that when you publish an application, you must put the server in install mode. So how you do it? The easiest way to do it and recommended way to do it is this. It is you go to start, you go to control panel. So on a ZenApp server, just go to start go to control panel, and within control panel, all you need to do, change this to large icons. So once it is changed to large icons, here you will see right here it says install application on remote desktop. This one. This is the option you would see, and right here you would say in control panel. In control panel you have one application called install application on remote desktop. So here, once it is here, huh? No, so this will put it in install mode. So right here, you go next and then select that application. So in this, it will select that application. If you have copied it on a desktop, all you need to go to the desktop, and then from here you select all files. You would see it right here. So I've selected that setup to be installed. So now when I click next, here it will run the installer. But guys, it is, so yes, it won't show. It won't show. All you need to do is do this. Again, one more time. First of all, make sure that you have the file on desktop. So if you have the file on desktop, all you need to do is go to start. And guys, remember, you're doing this on a XenApp server, not on client, not on any other machine. You're doing it on a XenApp server. So here, you just go to control panel. And from control panel, you just need to go to install application, then go next, and then right here browse. And in browse, you change to desktop, you select the desktop here, and then from here say all files. Because if you don't say all files, it won't show you that file. So you need to say all files. Once it is there, then run the setup. Guys, at this point, once this is installing, this already places the server in install mode. So now the server is already in install mode and you're installing it. So here, so in my case it failed. Is it working in your case? It's working. So maybe it is the file. I'm gonna try and install it here. No, you can. No. So in my case, let's look at it. Guys, sometimes when you get an error message, don't confuse that if it is a Citrix error or outside. So now, just in order to see if it is Citrix, I would just directly try to install it, and it is trying to install here, and it is failing. It is failing on application level. Maybe it was not copied properly, maybe not downloaded properly, so it could be maybe this user does not have permissions on this server to install anything. So for that, let me see if I can, I'm logged in here, and it is not accessible. Huh? It should be installing. Let me copy it again. So oh yes, maybe you're right, it's the beta version. I'll copy the second one. I'll copy another one here. What are you saying? So I'm copying the second one, and this one, even this one is not installing. Maybe. Huh? Because we need to install it in this and then publish it. Why? Because without this, Citrix won't understand that this application is for published application. Huh? So one time, all applications has to be done like this. So Notepad, yes, it's a good question. Why we didn't do it for Notepad? Because Notepad is already part of all operating systems. This is the first time you're installing it. So No. Word, if it is already there, then you don't have to do it. Guys, I'm gonna try another application like FileZilla. Huh? Yes, yes, do it. Guys, I'm gonna do another application. So here, I'm gonna select FileZilla. I agree. Administrator. So this one is. So there is something wrong with the file that I downloaded. So I'm doing the second time. No, there is something wrong with permissions here. Okay. So I'm gonna log off. And I'm going to log in with okay. So while this is guys, second way is this. So first way is that you go to control panel, you run that application, and then next application is installed. It will put it in install mode and then take it out and put it in execute mode automatically. Second way is if you don't want to go through control panel, what you can do on the same panel, you can open command prompt. So let me show you this. So before installing that application, I need to open command prompt, and right here I would run this command. Install. You just run this command, and there is a space in between there, so you can say change space user and then install. Once you do this, now it will take the server and install more. And once after this, you will install the complete application. So let me see. You will go here, try installing that application now. So this is the command. This is the command to put it in install mode. This is the one that puts it into execute mode. After doing put it in execute mode, yes. Just execute. No. Oh yes, just put execute mode, exactly. So I put it in install mode. And now I am installing that application. This application is being installed. It's done. Once this is all done, all I need to do, put it back. I'll put it back in to graphical way is the control panel, the other one that I showed you. Oh, there is no way. There is no way. Execute mode. So this is what I did just now. Just before I put it in execute mode. So all you need to do first install and then execute that which command did you run? Yes. So before that you run it install mode. Yes. So no, I'm doing the second application. I'm doing the second application. First application, if you did it, it's all done. So just for one application, we did it from control panel. The second application, I did it from the command prompt. No, on the same server. So I have two applications. One was WinZip that we did it from control panel. If you do it from control panel, you will put it in install mode, install the application, and put it in execute mode. And then automatically, it is all being done through control panel. So in this case, when I did the second application, I put it in install mode and then install the application, and then I was execute. Then it will put it in execute. So two ways to do this. One from control panel, one from control panel. It's fine. It's done. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. So FileZilla. Later on, next application you will do is FileZilla. So for now, you just did WinZip. Guys, in next, actually there is no time. Download this application FileZilla. It's the FTP. If the application can be, but it's okay. We will publish that application. For now, just download WinZip, FileZilla, and just put it in install mode and install, and then put it in execute mode. In my case, since I didn't do WinZip, I'm going to do WinZip on this. So you can do FileZilla. Client. Just a client. So now I'm going to do it from the command control panel. First I did it for the command line. Command line was very simple. You put it in install mode, install the application, put it in mode. Command line was this. And now I'm doing WinZip from command prompt. Control panel. I would go to this install application on remote desktop. Yes. Which one? Yes. So you need to log in with the local admin. So, okay, it works. For me, as soon as I logged in with local admin, it works. So it's fine if you downloaded it from different place. It's fine. No, for me, I have some permission issues. It's just my machine. So I'm doing it from control panel. It is done. It's all good. And here it is installed and finished. So done. Now, so once you do it, then go log into App Center. What is it? Question? The command prompt? Okay. So just go to the command prompt. And you did install? Yes. You just need to type this. Dash install. Once this is done, then now go back to the desktop and just run the setup. Just go back to the desktop. Just run as administrator. Guys, I have two applications. Now they're ready to be published. Now we're gonna publish it. What's happening here? Okay. Okay guys, so now let's publish that application. All you need to do, right click on application and publish application. Now once you publish application, it's the same wizard. It's the same wizard. Now here click next, name that application. So we'll say, so first one is WinRAR. You can write down description if you want. If not necessary. Here, this application will be hosted. For now, we're not doing streaming applications. Just host it. And next, here now you need to give a full path. So mostly these all applications go into program files. So we go to browse. We just go to browse and just go to the computer. Just go to C drive and browse and WinRAR, and this is the WinRAR that we are looking for. So just go to this path, C, program files, WinRAR here. Once this is done, here which server it is available on. So should I add both servers? I should not add both servers, just one, because it is not available on the second server. Huh? WinRAR. Oh, this WinRAR. It is just the same thing. So here add the first server. Done. Next. So working directory will automatically be there. If you browse it, it will automatically take the working directory. And just one, because you never installed it on your second server. But when you install it on your second server using the same method, you go into the second server, put it in install mode, install that application, and then later on you can add that server, second server. But for now, we just need to add the first server. So next, and this is available for now. Let's put it anonymous users. Later on, we can set up permissions. Here, although you can set up users, but for now, just allow anonymous. And here again, you can give it a directory or a folder. Here, it's up to you. We can say this is Citrix. Let's say this application is especially for finance department. So we can say this is for finance. So some applications are for some departments. So before we had applications, now we are creating another folder called finance. This application is for finance. So just say Citrix/finance. And we're not creating an icon here on the desktop. You go to next and done. Once this is all done, you need to give it some time, few moments, and then go check your Citrix interface. Or you can go here. Refresh applications, go here, all programs, go Citrix, and here I can see finance and I see WinRAR. So once WinRAR is there, you can just run WinRAR and see that if it is opening a session. If it is able to open a session, guys, do the FileZilla as well like this. do the FileZilla application. So this is opening a session now. So it has open WinRAR. So which means WinRAR is published. In order to make sure if it is published, in order to make sure how many sessions are there, all you need to do, go back to Citrix server, go back to WinRAR and see connected users. So there is one connected user and that's for today, it's a session number 4. Guys, I'm gonna do a second application. I'm gonna do a second application, and this time it is FileZilla. Yes. Actually, for now, I'm doing a second application. In this case, I'm doing FileZilla. Yes. Guys, make sure FileZilla and WinRAR. Everyone. Make sure FileZilla and WinRAR are accessible from both of them. So now do the same thing on the second server. So they're accessed on both of them. So push this server in install mode, install both application on second server and add that second server to application. Yes, push. यार मैं नहीं खेलता यार आपका आप मुझसे झूठ बोला करें यार यार एनोनिमस पे जाने दें क्योंकि हम कर सकते हैं सिक्योरिटी बाद में देख लेंगे फिलहाल उसको जो है ना बेसिक चीजें निकाल दें Okay, so guys here. Today, we started with application publishing. With application publishing, we know that main purpose of Citrix is for application virtualization. In they are provided to users as bubbles. So application comes here, the application is being used and given back to the server. In Citrix, you must remember that Citrix, the license is of two application deployment. In real world, application deployment is of two types, manual and automatic. Manual is you download it, run it, and done. In automatic, there are few steps here. So download, install, then install on Zenith server, package, publish, and user can access it. And just here, just remember, once you download it, we need to just remember here install mode. So we need to remember here it is install mode, and once it is done, we need to do execute mode. So within these lines, the installation, put it in install mode, and after the installation, put it in execute mode. Then we publish it, package it, publish it, and then provide it to user. So that's the only thing we did. Application publishing is of two types. This is hosted application, streamed application. Hosted application, they are very simple application. You just publish them, they are ready. Once the user uses it, it will start using server's resources. And then streamed application is they will use guys, make sure that you review this. Make sure you finish the videos. There are just few, I completely understand for some of you it is too much thing. It's just too much thing.